These two tasty bottles of Japanese whiskey have sat in my whiskey cabinet unopened for over 8 months. That's insane. I need to open these right now. Let's do this. Welcome to Whisky Riffs. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this episode. Today I have 2 Japanese whiskeys, and they happen to be made from rice. So instead of barley or corn or another type of grain, they are rice, and rice takes a few more steps to process before it can actually be used to create whiskey. And as you can see from this graphic, there's a lot more steps and a lot more things that have to happen to make rice-based whiskey. The difference between rice and other grains is rice is fairly mild. There's not a lot of flavor. You get a lot of flavor from corn. You get a lot of flavor from barley. Rice is kind of a chameleon. So what I would expect from these whiskeys is whatever flavors from the casks, whatever other environmental flavors are coming forth, those are going to dominate, and you're not going to get a lot of flavor from the actual rice itself. So obviously no malted flavors, nothing like that. These are both probably fruity whiskeys. The first bottle I have is Ohishi Port Cask. It's a non-age statement whiskey. And the other one I have is Ohishi 8, which is a Banyuls Cask finish. Now, according to the Ohishi website, all their whiskeys start off aging in ex-brandy or sherry casks, and then the finishing casks are the ones you see on the bottle. Let me go ahead and grab a couple glasses. We'll get these poured and start tasting them. The Ohishi Port Cask whiskey is a non-age statement whiskey. The ABV is a little low at 42.4%. It is probably chill filtered. I don't know about the coloring on it, and I got it for $90 at the whiskey shop in San Francisco. It is finished in port casks. The Ohishi 8 is a Banyuls Cask finished whiskey. It is aged 8 years. It has a 43.7% ABV, also low, but still a little bit higher than the other one. And I actually got this one from my Craft Whiskey Club subscription, and you can actually buy it as members for $98 online on their website. You can't get the 8-year at all on the website that I saw. I couldn't find it in shops really. I think it's only for the Craft Whiskey Club. They do have a 9-year that is coming out, so it should be very similar to this one. Now, Banyuls is not a cask that I've heard of before, but it is a French dessert wine, and so I expect sweetness out of this, and port, of course, sweetness out of that. There's almost no type of vanilla smell. I'm getting like plums and kind of a candied note, kind of a fruit roll-up type note. For only being 42.4% ABV, it's got a bit of spice and a little bit burn. It's actually got a decent finish, which I didn't expect from this whiskey. I keep wanting to call it a wine. I don't know why, because rice. I keep thinking rice wine, and it's nothing to do with rice wine. Just rice as the grain. I'll get it right by the end of the episode, maybe. Yeah, this is just very candied and very sweet, and kind of like a Pez. That's what it is. It's like a Pez candy. Wow, yeah. That is interesting on the nose. It's not Pez on the taste. It's definitely got some spice and some kind of a tannin finish on the taste, but when it's not candy flavor on the taste, it's just the nose that's giving me those candy notes. Let me go ahead and try the other one. Let's see what this Banyuls Cask gets us. Interesting. I'm getting more wood notes, kind of a vegetal note, damp, dark notes, and kind of a confectioner's sugar note. So these two are similar, but they're very light on the flavors, and I would expect a port and a dessert wine to be similar, but not as similar as these two. I'm having trouble deciphering these. I don't know what it is about them that's not hitting me the way I would expect. It's a little bit of a sour note that I don't like, and I really thought they'd be sweeter based on the nose. And the nose on the port cask is definitely a Pez type candy, that sugar nose right off the bat. I don't know if I like these or not. And this one, the Banyuls Cask, is saying that it's from fermented rice, groundwater, where this one says it's malted and unmalted rice. So, again, the rice isn't telegraphing much flavor like you would get from a corn or a barley whiskey. They definitely give me certain flavors. Rye gives me this very strong flavor, where the rice doesn't seem to be adding any to this, which maybe is why these whiskeys are tasting thinner to me. I think that's a good word for it. I think thin is the word. I'm missing a layer of flavor that I would normally get from the grain, and I think that's an important set of flavors. There's a little fruit and sweetness from the casks, but especially the Banyuls one, I'm getting a sour note that I just don't like, and I'm a little disappointed in these two whiskeys. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, I do like barley-based whiskey, and I do like a bourbon that is corn-based. So yeah, I guess maybe the rice is what's causing me problems here, because I really am missing some flavor points. It just feels lacking. I would love to hear in the comments if you have had either of these whiskeys or any of the expressions from Ohishi. I want to know what your thoughts are, and do you see them as less full, thin, like I'm describing them, or are there just some layers that I'm missing in these? Because I don't know if I want to invest in these whiskeys. I think a Japanese whiskey that's based on a Scotch type barley is much more impressive to me than their current rice offerings from Ohishi. I think I have to give these a no on my recommendation right now, because I don't like the thinness. I really enjoy having some sort of grain that adds to the flavor profile, and I just don't think the rice is giving this enough flavor. So I'm feeling like I'm missing out. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, but I personally don't think I would buy these again. I know I got some good comments from the whiskey shop when I went to buy some whiskey, and they pointed out the port cask one, because I told them I had the other one, and they said, yeah, you should really try that, because there's some good flavors here. And I gotta say, I don't think so. Sorry, but I'm just not enjoying these, and I don't think they're worth my money. Do argue with me in the comments, as I said. And until next episode, take care of yourself. Take care of those people around you, and cheers. Sorry, Ohishi. You're not my style.